Not sure if it's gone live or anyone's watching, but I've just got the tether on, shaking some straw out by the yard. This is some of the straw that we'll use to make the walls of the new building out of. It's also a field that's destined to be oilseed rape. So because of that, we could do with getting the straw cleared, get the ground ready, drill it with oilseed rape. So that's why I'm shaking it out. A little bit of a false economy, shaking straw out, because it obviously burns a bit of fuel, then has to be rowed back up again. But like I say, it's for oilseed rape. A couple of days early getting oilseed rape in make a big difference to the yield and make it easy to establish. So we're just shaking it out now. Ted is on doing a lovely job. Seems to be like flicking it into nearly 2 rows, but I don't think it's a bad thing because it means it's like fluffing it up plenty. So what's everyone else up to today? Read some of the comments. Someone in Ireland. A lot of people saying afternoon. Is anyone working or is everyone not doing anything? I think there's 100 people watching already. Does it not smash the straw? It does a little bit, but the combine doesn't much, so it doesn't really matter. We want nice, heavy, tight bales anyway. Very dry in Isle of Wight. Yeah, so loads of people have had it dry, whereas we've had rain sort of for the last 7 or 8 days. I think we've got 130 acres in 8 or 9 days, which is rubbish. Jamie Clement's got the feet up on the sofa. All right for some. I've actually got my feet up in here. Figured out how to swivel the seat in the fast track so I can stretch my feet out. Where's everyone else watching from? Someone's making silence. They've obviously not got rain either. Yeah, it's only a small field. It's about 15 acres around the yard. So it'll only take me another 25 minutes and then I'll might go and cut some oilseed rape then, you see. It's wet in Cumbria. I'm stuck in with a swollen ankle. Someone's watching South Africa. That's far away. That must be the furthest away someone's watching. We've got someone watching in Scottish borders as well. Guernsey, Sussex, Drizzly in Bournemouth. Someone else's harvest has been stopped. Yeah, no, we've had it pretty rubbish this week. So someone's raining in Norway. Someone's finished packing eggs up. Western Australia. So that's probably further away than South Africa, to be fair. So, g'day. Don't know if that sounded Australian or what. Just flip this switch here now. Lift the tether up so I don't hit the outside row. And then we'll turn and we'll probably do this bit around the pond next, actually. And then, actually, no, I'll go to that far end of the field first. And then I'll do all this messing around the pond where I can go round and round in circles. Let's have a look. Where are we now? Sunny Dublin. Isle of Man. It's not far away. Just got to watch out in the tree there. The tether can stick out quite wide. Forget how big it is. Drop it down now. Catch this little row here. Should be getting it now. Right, where are we? So we're in Norfolk, Dublin, Potting, Birmingham, wet in Somerset. You know, it's a big different tether rate. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, now we've got a decent rake and a decent tether. Hopefully, 1, will go out and not have any breakdowns, and 2, we can shake it out quick and row it up quick. I mean, this rake, to be fair, is only doing 1 row at a time, which is 40 odd foot. It wouldn't really make any difference doing it with the other rake we had, to be honest, because you're just doing rows of straw. Someone else is in Australia. Should buy a classic 818 Fen, maybe, yeah. Sunny in Mulligar Island. That's how you pronounce it. What's from David Stroud? Don't know what that is. Is the farm open for public visit if people want to have a quick look around? No, but we do have the odd open day, and the sunflower maze will be sort of open as a fashion, and I might take some of the classic tractors down to it for people to have a look at. 221 people watching? Wow. Didn't think that many people would watch on a Sunday afternoon. I thought everyone would be outside doing things. Or everyone seems to be at the game fair if you look on Instagram. Let me prop you up there, is that better? Yeah, the 90% of the people on Instagram seem to be at the game fair wearing either some Holland Cooper or Fairfax and Favour. But other clothing brands are available. Warm in Staffordshire. Someone in Ireland. What brand of beard did you use? I don't know what that means. Where's it gone? How's the 1690 going on? Not very good. Not seeing any rabbits bolting out. I did see a rat though in the row of straw by the ditch. Yeah, the 1690 is the hospital project. But there always seems to be something else broken at the moment that's been getting fixed in the workshop rather than that. Ooh, went to lift up at the end and pressed the front linkage button rather than the back linkage button, so it didn't lift up. And I've just shook that row of straw into a bit of a mess there, as you can see. Pop it down quick for this next row. There we go. I'll flip the camera and we get back to that end again. Any hats in stock? I think there's loads of hats in stock. Well, there was. Means I'm old but no grey beard. No idea. Lost you, sorry. What track? I'm on the fast track because it's comfy. It's midnight in New South Wales, Australia. So is that 3 people watching from Australia or just 1 person? Because I keep missing the names. Would you ever farm animals? Could do with some for the muck. Yeah. Do we have shooters with shotguns? Yes. In fact, they were in this field. They got 554 off this field this morning. How much is one of your hoodies or jumpers? If I'm honest, I'm not sure. They come into us. We put a percentage on them for handling and to make it worthwhile to pay the labour. And they go out. I think it's around 35, 40 quid delivered. I'm not sure if I'm totally honest. We just work out the labour involved in packaging. You won't believe how much time it takes up as well. It's like a few hours a day now, which isn't the handiest in harvest. Have you harvested all of this year yet? I don't quite know what you mean. I've got loads. I've done a third of this year's harvest so far. When I get into some longer rows, I'll flip the camera around so you can see what's going on better. Who do you follow on YouTube? Tom, obviously. Abby now. Been teaching her how to do YouTube. Millennial Farm is another one. I've watched the odd one of Mike Mitchell. And to be honest, I don't have a lot of time to watch much YouTube because the time where I'd watch YouTube, I replied to the comments on there. Yeah, Pete Marcus has got a huge classic tractor collection. In fact, if you look in one of my videos last year, I visited Pete Marcus's tractor collection. How many have you got so far? Oh, I think they're over 12,000 now. Shot pigeons. Haven't seen improvement after the modern combine. No, not really. I think it was just something that was failing as well. I haven't actually used it, other than cutting a little bit of oilseed rape in this field the week we're on now. Do you like a John Deere 6820? I think you ask me that every time I do a live video. We used to have a 6920 and a 6520. They're good tractors. Right, let's flip the camera. So, just coming up to the bit that flooded. So, just keeping the row of straw underneath the tractor. And then goes out the back and gets flicked out into a nice wide row, which will capture as much sun and wind as possible. Lots of dust blowing out of it, which is a good sign. It means it must be getting half dry. Do you grow potatoes? Someone grows them on me. Any plans to change the chipper after the demo? Well, there's another one coming on demo, and then we're not at a price yet. What am I listening to? I don't think the radio's not on, actually. No, radio's not on. I was a bit bored, so I thought, well, if I go live, I'll see what questions people have got. But the questions seem to have slowed down now. Unless the feed's crashed. Is that why it's gone quiet? So how many people are watching have TikTok or watch TikTok? In my headphone? No, I've got that in because it just means that the sound quality doesn't get interrupted when I'm recording as easily. Few people watch the TikTok. It's not a bad job, is it? Have we got enough soils to fill that flooded area? Well, maybe. To be honest, the way it keeps getting drier, I don't know whether we dig it out and make it into a bigger pond. Someone's watching from the back of this 4094 having a quick break. I think you must be my local this watcher. Someone watches on TikTok as well as on here. Is anyone sat in a combine? They are good tractors. Not sure what you're on about. Oh, you're on about John Deere's. Good morning, afternoon from Rhode Island, USA. Have I decided what I'm doing with sunflower maize? Not really. It's just the wrong time for me this year. We'll probably just try and get one member of staff just to hover around there and just have a donations box and just open it up. The difficulty is if we get a really hot, nice day, that we'll get too much traffic that'll overwhelm the car park. That's the problem. Am I getting a new fast track? Possibly, unless I decide to swap the fast track and the 936 for a new 942. Do you grow linseed as a break crop? Grew it for 4 years, never made any money, stopped growing it. Have you ever tried using a bird prey to control pigeons? Yes, but they don't work as efficiently as a shotgun because they then, once you shot them, they obviously can't come back. Am I happy with yields so far? No, not at all, to be honest. They're not even average. We have got spring barley in this year. Haven't even started harvesting. Don't know whereabouts you are in the country. But there's not many that haven't started. There's even people that are getting near finished. It's going around the pond and it's a little bit fiddly shaped rows. Look, there's a hare. There's a hare over there. I won't zoom in, will it? Just running by the pond. Does that mean I potentially sell trade in Black Beauty? Possibly, yeah. Are we going to get irrigation on the fields? It doesn't add up to irrigate cereal crops, sadly. Not had fly tipping for a bit, actually. Touch wood. Or the fence with fast track steering wheel. There we go. It's just shaking it out now. Just going around this pond. What's them trees pulling out of it, really? It'd make it a bit better, stop the water going stagnant. Maybe a job for the digger. When did you first drive a tractor? Well before I was 13. Would you ever get another fence? I've got 2 fence, so yes. Someone just said, is one enough? Just that little row there now. You can watch that all day, shaking that out. Lifting up with that button. It's in the air now. Turn. Get into this row here. It's got a bit of a wiggle to it. We've set in with the combine. We come around here, drop it down again with that button. There you go. Just this row we're on, and then 2 other little rows, then go around the headland. When will you bale the straw? Hopefully this afternoon, to be honest. Squad tracks. Yeah, there's one in this auction this week, actually. Yeah, Olivia had a good birthday. We went to a Sapporo Tapanaki kind of place, whatever you call it, when they put the food in front of you. Do you see a future in British farming and small farmers going down to high labour? Yeah, I think there is. It'll change, but it'll still be here. Yeah, would I ever demo a Chrome Primus 500 pelleter? Yes, I would love one on demo. I would love to buy one. Oh, I'm scared of the fast track catching fire. Not at all. I've not heard of that many catch fire. Yeah, I want one of them pelleting machines because I've got all the oilseed rape straw and it makes lovely, lovely pellets. And we could even dry straw that's a bit damp with the biomass boiler, turn that into pellets. I think it's a great idea for all sorts of bedding or fuel. But apparently they're not in full production, I believe. I will try ring chrome tomorrow, to be honest. Who drove into the Merlot? So it's a guy who used to come from Corn for his pigeons, and he drove in the yard and didn't see the Merlot boom across, and then took the roof rack off his van. It was quite funny. Is everyone still there? Because my phone rang, and it normally crashes the live feed when that happens. Can everyone still hear me? Hey, Joe's here. Joe Seals is here, and the feed's crashed. How hard do you think it is to get into farming? Not hard if you either make a load of money in another industry first, or you work hard and go and get a job on a farm, prove yourself. Farm off. I think probably 990 or 6090. Hey, Joe's still on. What are you doing, Joe? We should have done a TikTok live, then we could have both been on, really, shouldn't we? So that is all the middle done now. I've just got to go around the outside of the field. So I'm going to jog into this row here and then shake this one out for once round. Job done. May possibly then go cutting oilseed rape. Joe's getting a massage in the 7R. Oof, who off? Is she hot? Is it M? Are we starting a rumour? Is it Becky? I'd love to win the lottery and buy a farm and then try and win the lottery again. I don't play the lottery. A friend of mine said to me, there's no point in playing the lottery because what you do, you just go and buy a big house in the country. Now, I haven't got a big house in the country. Well, I've got a big house in the country, but I rent it out. I don't live in it. But I'm quite happy with where I am at the moment. So Joe literally is at the moment. So he is getting a massage, but he's not saying who off. What's the best way to get into contracting when you don't have any kit? Personally, I wouldn't get into contracting. There is not a lot of money in contracting. It's a dying trade because as farms get bigger, then they take over the smaller farms that needed the contractors. I used to do a lot when I was younger to justify bigger kit. Now, the only real bit I do now is combining. Maybe the odd little job here and there for private people like councils and stuff. What's the best way to get the farming going in the industry? Join young farmers. Go to an agricultural college. A cover crop is something that gathers sunlight, water, and nutrition and keeps it in the soil. So it, if you leave it in the field and then you destroy it and then let the worms take it in, it's a way of capturing more daylight and turning it into biomass really, which then converts into organic matter in the soil, which is good for the soil. What is your favourite teleporter? Merlot. If money wasn't an option, what tractor would you go for? Fence. Easy one. Someone else agreeing about there's no money in contracting. The other thing is with contracting, everyone all wants you on the same day. That's the other thing. I feel like I've got a piece of chaff up my nose. Joe's gone quiet. First tractor drove. I think it was a David Brown 1690 or 1394. My favourite teleport is a New Holland 425. We didn't make many telehandlers New Holland, and there's a reason for that. Are you looking at the Icon GTB? Yes. Hello, Andrew. It's all right. Afternoon. Still got the shirt on. Not taking it off yet. Joe, when I get a Massey, what's your favourite tractor? Oh, you sell a 4255 by any chance, are you? Everything's for sale at the right price. What's your favourite tractor, Joe? If anyone hasn't noticed, Joe Seals is commenting on this video. Joe Seals has a YouTube channel. You can subscribe to him without him setting something on fire. Right, lift up at the end here now. Back up a bit, because we're on the headland. Shake this one out now. Oop, don't know what happened then, but it suddenly set off faster than I wanted it to go. Out of interest, what's the average license the farmers have to host their licenses, Joe? Most just have a car license. Joe's lost the feed. Do you want to do a TikTok live, Joe? If you can hear me. How many people work for me? Oh, some days there's 10 of us. Some days there's 4 or 5. I don't know whether Joe's got bad signal or I've got bad signal. John Deere 7530 best tractor. A popular tractor. I wouldn't call it the best. You've obviously never driven a Fendt 724. Just shaking out this here and it's doing it twice. Sam's, he's got to do his theory test, I think, next week. How wide is the seed drill? 12 metres. Don't know what I'm doing here because I've already shut this out once and now I'm going over it, shaking it out twice is why I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to lift up and I'll just drive to the bit I've not done. Oh, you still there, Joe? Come in, Joe. Breaker. What's your opinion on case? I prefer the older ones than the new ones. The new ones are just New Hollands painted red. Fast track house crabs here. Oh, Joe's back. Joe, do you want to go live on TikTok and then we can actually be a bit more interactive? Should I go live and send you a request? Being on the Massey Ferguson AS, I like the dashboard thing in the corner there. It's pretty cool. Fenton doing that. I'll show you that. Dress like everyone. Someone's bought 5 acres, wants to know what to do with it. Start a veg box scheme. That's the fastest way of making quick money out of 5 acres. Right, everyone, I'm going to go now. I've been on 25 minutes. I'm going to go on TikTok, start a live on there, and then hopefully Joe will join me. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I might see you on TikTok in a minute. So bye for now.